for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Again, it's Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 10 yards still left on second down. Looking to throw. Moon, a screen to Bell. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on fourth and about a foot? So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on fourth and inches. So it'll be first down here after the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down. Moon. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Moon. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning past him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. first carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for the Bills. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes this one down to LT out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the play fake. Moon. Caught here by Bell. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Looking to throw. Moon. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run it with Bell. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. 71 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He spins free. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, They're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On second down, it's Tomlinson, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, Moon. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Moon. Jerry Rice, open right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, Right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing to start the drive. Moon tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Three-man line, okay? So just play a three-man line. Orange left. Orange left.
Now back to throw. Keeps himself upright. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The play clock's running down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Darius Hayward-Bay, 73 yards. And the Bills are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash. Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Play clock winding down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And the play clock's running down. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, build a confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be a 2nd and long. from the gun. Moon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moon. Wide open receiver, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Moon goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Moon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Orange left. 140. Orange left. 92. Watch the hot. Check nickel. Orange left. Switch.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Looking to throw. And no! It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Evan Ingram, 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
85.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
85.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And Charles,